Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, as you guys can tell. I have a bit of just that little spot of acne, but today's going to be a bit different. Roughly, this is me going to be talking to you roughly about how things need to change with me. Currently, I'm not happy. Roughly, just like many people, I keep telling you guys this, roughly, just so you should know, roughly, I'm doing okay, but life is so precious, and there are quite a lot of people roughly that have lost family members, and we lost someone that was kind of a class as a family member. My cousins have officially now lost both of their parents. And what you guys don't know is many years ago, when I was very young and my cousins were still in high school, just like I was, my auntie Julie passed away, and she died in the most horrible situation. She drowned in her bathtub. We don't know, they couldn't figure out what had gone off roughly. They knew they put it down that she drowned, and it came to light many years after that my cousin Sarah roughly suffers with epileptic fits. And what we think happened with my auntie Julie was that she most probably had an epileptic fit, and that eventually led to her death. And a couple of days ago, roughly, my cousin Sarah had to rush to the hospital to say goodbye to her dad, and to the last, in one sense, living relationship roughly to my auntie Julia. And life is so short and so precious, it's unreal. I've had to deal with grief from many times with that. I'll talk to you in a minute. Just like many people, roughly, me and my family haven't recovered, roughly. My auntie Julie was a really special person. She was taken from us when I was a very young age. My favourite memory, because if you did not know, I was a weird child. I used to love Hoovers, and unfortunately now I have a love-to-hate relationship with them. But I always used to go down there wanting to clean and play with the Hoover, and she always used to keep saying, roughly, it's gone to sleep, roughly. And I recently found out, roughly, that my auntie Julie used to make a recipe that I still eat to this day, and that is cheesy beans. If you don't know what that is, it's baked beans with just cheese in it with toast. And I never knew, roughly, she used to cook that. It's just something I've cooked throughout the years. And another thing that I'm dealing with, for me, this person hasn't really died, but I do feel kind of a loss, roughly, because I had to shut this person out of my life twice, because they didn't want me in their life. If you don't know, roughly, the person that helped create me, my dad, as people would call it, but I call him sperm donor, obviously because he doesn't deserve the name and the title of father. He died in 2012, and for me, I don't really mourn him, roughly. What people don't know is he was a really bad alcoholic. He was also a woman abuser, and this is one of the reasons why I don't touch alcohol. It's so deadly, roughly, and yeah, some people like to have a laugh, but to people like me and my younger sister, it has a meaning behind it, because our lives could have changed forever. If you didn't know, when I was young, my mum locked me and my siblings in the house, and she got into the back of the car while he was drunk, and she broke up with him, and he drove the car into a lamppost. Lucky enough, my mum survived, and every single one of his siblings, basically his children, because there are quite a few, all says they were not going to turn out like him due to the alcohol, but every single one of them turned to alcohol, bar me and my sister, because we refused. And I'm scared, in fact I'm petrified to ever touch alcohol. I drink now and then, but thing is, roughly, it's very rare. Last year my sister gave me some Disaronno, and I couldn't touch it. For me, I didn't. I know roughly some people think it's silly, but for me, being like him, is really hard, because for one, seeing people that drink and drink alcohol and abuse the body, that really upsets me, and when I see them, the stench of alcohol physically makes me sick, and I know it's because of the fact, roughly, I grew up most probably in mountains around alcohol, and the hardest part for me is not mourning the fact that he asked someone who helped create that, but to the fact, roughly, I had a stepsister. Her name was Summer, and she abused the body with alcohol and medication. She tried to overdose, and the reason why she did that is because she lost a mum, because a mum was a victim of domestic abuse. Pepper, stop. And unfortunately, roughly, he abused her mother. He never laid a hand on my mum, roughly, because my mum wouldn't accept it. But she ended that relationship, and unfortunately got with a bloke that was even worse. and she died of cancer, unfortunately. But Sammy, we got to know each other due to the fact some money was in fact left to me and my siblings, because he did make a will, and we had to physically find all the siblings. Loads of people says, well, you should have kept the money to yourself, but we weren't born to be raised to like money like they was. They were money grabbers, alcoholics, and there's a lot of mental health problems on his side of the family. And I got to know Sammy due to the fact we had to allow them to come into our lives temporarily, and I got to know someone who I thought loved me, but instead was only after money. And to this day it still hurts. I allowed this person a second chance because the first time we fell out over money, because her situation was completely different. Because for one, we had to contact her brother, who has mental health problems, alcoholic problems, drug problems, and she spoke to me like shit. And the second time, roughly, I forgave her. I was like, people always deserve a second chance. Pepper. Sorry, my dog's biting her leg. Stop. But the second time, she pushed me out and allowed other people to do the same. And most recently, because my siblings have now lost their dad, hopefully my family is going through a whole new kind of emotion, and I feel so sorry for my cousins. They've lost both parents, and life is so precious, and I'm scared of a lot of things, roughly, including going further with my transition. I know I have to do it, and I know I have to do certain things, roughly, to make myself feel better about myself, because right now I'm not happy. I am happy I'm on hormones, but I feel stuck, and I have to do what I can. Things will have to change. I mean, my driver's test might even be, my theory test might even be put on hold because of the lockdown. On their website it says everything's basically closed, roughly, all test centres, and for me, I think the time is now. I am now ready to move on with my life, hopefully, and change my name. It was fun for a while. I haven't felt like an Elena for a while. I feel more like a Nikki. And some people might say, well, you're just trying to make it easy on family members. In one sense, I am, and I'm not. I had to think of a more feminine name, and I achieved that. I'm proud of everything I've done. And I have a lot of regrets in life. And I don't want to die one day and regret not doing certain stuff. I never touch alcohol. I absolutely refuse to be like him. But just like many people, obviously, I can feel myself getting really emotional. Life is so short, for fuck's sake. There's no one day that I don't miss my auntie. And my cousins are basically, they're going through the moon. They don't know what to do because my family, they did the funeral arrangements for my auntie. But I think this needed to come out, unfortunately. I'm just scared. I'm just really fucking scared because the future, we're unsure about a lot of things. And some people may say he died of COVID, but in one sense it was the cancer that this shit killed him. And that's what I class that he died of. He had officially prostate cancer, and unfortunately he went on the hospital with an infection, and then that infection turned to COVID. And my cousins literally had to say bye, and in one sense they're alone in the ward. And they don't have anyone to look up to apart from like family members, but it's not the same. Things definitely have to change. I'm not happy. I feel stuck, and it's hard, especially when your mother sees you basically with a bottle of alcohol, and she tells you basically don't stop, don't be like him, and it's hard. In fact, it's really fucking hard for you to basically, when I was young, I did touch the alcohol, and I regret that decision. And I used to party to try and fill this void that I felt with I was suppressing a lot of feelings, including who I was. And I'm not the person I used to be, roughly. Grief is fucking horrible. And some people will basically say, online, that in one sense, my stepsister didn't die. No, she didn't. But for me, it was a loss of someone that I loved and cared for. And unfortunately, I had to cut out my life because all it was were money grabbers, and unfortunately I found out that his side of the family never really cared about me and my sister. And that hurts. It hurts a lot. I still think about Sammy even till today. I didn't do anything wrong. But it's life. Unfortunately, it has to go on. And for me, for my future, I've got to do what I've got to do. And that means changing my name, changing a few things this year to make myself feel more comfortable and more better about myself. Just like many people, I'm not happy. And this is my way of telling you guys a little bit about me and letting go of some things. And I hold on, just like many people, to special memories. Even though I didn't know the guy who helped make me, I remember certain memories. Those were the good times, the times he was never drunk. And I remember the movie we watched as a family was The Grinch with Jim Carrey. I still love that movie too, even this day. But most of all, I still haunt the memory of my aunt's chiller. And unfortunately, my hormones make my emotions a little bit more wild. I'm not usually this emotional, but for the last couple of days, I've not felt myself one bit. I miss seeing my nana, and my mum unfortunately has been talking about death and funerals, including her own. And it's fucking scary. My mum's been going through so much. She's been trying to comfort my cousins, but there's only so much we can do as a family. And I think I'm going to leave the video there because I'm an emotional wreck. But that's a little bit about me and why I need to do what I need to do. And don't live life full of regrets, because you never know when your life's going to end. The fucking hormone levels is like sky high. I'm going to get going and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay true to yourself, hopefully, and live your life, because we only have one life. Bye.